Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are staying safe or everything's good wherever you guys are. So, guys, we got a massive fight this weekend. We got Teofimo fighting Josh Taylor. It's a good fight, you know. It's a good fight. I actually think both guys, Teofimo, I don't know whether to say he's past his best or he's been very poor last couple of fights. I mean, a lot of people thought he lost against Sandor Martin, and he's just not looked good against Cambosos. He's been a bit inactive. I don't know what's going on with Teofimo. There's a lot going on behind the scenes with his dad and himself, and there's a lot going off. And he's fighting Josh Taylor, a guy that really, I mean, he got a gift decision in his last fight, and he's been very inactive, Taylor. This is going to be a very good fight, actually. I'm confused to how I see this because Teofimo, if he fights at his best, he could be dangerous because Josh Taylor gets hit a lot and Teofimo's very explosive. I've always seen Teofimo. I always thought this guy is something really good, but he's just fizzed away. But he has got power and he has got explosive power. Taylor, on the other hand, is very tough, got very good fundamentals. He does everything well. He's about 7 out of 10 in every department. He's a solid fighter. But, in his last fight, he looked like he struggled to make the weight. He looked poor. Let's be honest. And that's putting it kindly. I mean, he looked poor in his last fight. Can he get back to the level he was at? I think that's going to be interesting to see. I do think Taylor's a solid fighter. I don't think Taylor was as good as what people made him out to be, because he became undisputed and he did something that, created history. First UK fighter to win 4 belts. But I think he became a little slightly overrated. I think after the Catterall performance, he slightly became underrated. I don't think he's as bad as what people are now making him out to be. And that's boxing fans for you. I felt like he got made out to be something that, he's won 4 belts. That achievement was great, don't get me wrong. But that I still don't think he was as good as what people were saying. But now, because he had one bad performance against Jack Catterall, people are saying he's a bum. He was never that good. He was a hype job. No, he's a good fighter. Taylor's a good fighter, no doubt about it. He's a very good fighter. There's no two ways about that. I think, unfortunately for him, I think that performance against Jack Catterall and the way he's behaved after that fight and the way he's carried himself, I don't think has helped his cause. And I think now he's become very hated. And I think there's a lot of even British fans that want to see him get flattened against Lopez. I do think if he wants to restore any kind of credibility in his boxing career, Josh Taylor's going to have to fight Catterall. Otherwise, he's never going to be given the credit by the British audience, unfortunately. Irrespective of what he's achieved, that fight was such a bad fight, and it was so badly... the decision was so bad that people will always remember, like a lot of people, apart from people that like him, like Scottish fans, will always remember him for that. Especially remember he lost to a British fighter, or he didn't lose, but he should have lost, and it was a decision against a British fighter. So I think that wasn't good for him. So, and a lot of people before the fight weren't giving Catterall a chance and thought Taylor would blow him away. And then Catterall came to his backyard, should have won the fight, got robbed, and then Taylor didn't even give him the rematch after that. Now, Taylor's got a win. In this fight, I think it's going to be a very nip and tuck fight. I think Taylor's going to be looking to get close to Teofimo. I don't think Taylor should give Teofimo distance and space, because I think Teofimo, if Taylor if boxes the way he did against Catterall at distance, Teofimo could really chin him. And I know Lopez is a guy coming up, but Lopez is a big guy. Lopez can really, really crack. If you give him space, right? He's very fast and he's sharp and he's explosive. And Taylor doesn't want to be on the end of a left hook, a right hand or anything, because this guy can really punch. I think Taylor's got to keep this fight up close. If Taylor keeps this fight up close, I think that will favor him. I think this is going to be a very good fight. I think it's going to be a nip and tuck fight. And I think both guys have got a lot to prove. Do I think Taylor's shot to bits? I don't think so. I think Lopez, I don't know, his performances haven't been very good, but I don't think he's shot to bits. I don't think he's past his best either. I think that he's very young. And Taylor, I don't think past his best. I don't know whether this is the best weight for Taylor. If I had to make a prediction, and I'm not convinced with either guy at this point because both guys are coming off pretty poor performances, I'm sticking my hat on Taylor winning this by decision in a very close fight. I think Taylor might edge it, but I won't be surprised if Lopez chins him. I won't be surprised if Lopez chins him or stops him or even wins, because I think Taylor's bubbles burst a little bit. Although he's still undefeated, I think I think Lopez's bubbles burst now for sure. But I think Taylor's bubble has burst as well in that Catterall fight. And I don't think people view him the same. But I think Lopez is more vulnerable at this point. I think Lopez is more vulnerable. And I think if the fight goes the distance, I think Taylor wins. I think Taylor wins. And I think Taylor is tough. He's a very tough guy. And I don't see Lopez, like me. Lopez could stop him. But I more lean towards Taylor decision. I think Taylor should get this one on decision. I think if I was to give a prediction, I think Lopez needs distance. Taylor needs to be in close and fight him on the inside. I think that will favor Taylor. If he fights the fight close and fights him on the inside, I think he's a good chance. I think Taylor, wins the fight and out hustles him and outpoints him. But however, if he gives Teofimo and boxes at distance, then I think Teofimo could chin him. So, yeah, that's how I see it. I'm going Taylor points, but leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comment section. But I'd love to know your opinion, guys. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.